Hello guys! For this video tutorial, we will be learning how to make this cute little whale. So let's jump right into it. Okay, for this pattern, we are going to need scissors, a 7mm crochet hook, a tapestry needle, stitch marker, and safety eyes. I forgot which size these are. I think they're 12mm, and we're going to need stuffing and 2 colors of yarn. So for mine, I'm choosing this light blue. It is Chanel yarn. For round 1, we are going to make a magic circle. So you're just going to take your 2 fingers, fling your yarn over like this, pinch it down, and make a circle with your yarn. I like to hold it right there where the yarn crosses over. You stick your crochet hook under there and grab that yarn and pull it under. Now with that loop, you're going to go and yarn over one more time. And that is how you make your magic circle. You're going to do 8 single crochets inside of this circle. So you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through both. Now you're going to do that 7 more times. Once you have all 8 single crochets on here, you're going to take this tail, you're going to close that magic circle. You're going to take your stitch marker and put it in that last single crochet we did. For round 2, we're going to do 8 increases. An increase is just 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So we're going to go in there with our first stitch, do 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet. And we're going to do that all the way around, and you should have 16 single crochets all the way around. For round 3, you're actually going to go and do 1 single crochet, and after we do that single crochet, we're actually going to move our stitch marker into that stitch. Then we're going to do 6 single crochets, and after you were done with those 6 single crochets, you're going to go and do 1 increase, which again is just 2 single crochets in the same stitch. After you're done with that increase, we're going to do 7 more single crochets and then 1 more increase, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of your round. Okay, for round 4, we're just going to do single crochets all the way around, so you should be doing 18 single crochets. For round 5, we are going to be adding the fins and tail into this round. So we are going to do 3 single crochets, and then we're going to chain 3. After we do that chain 3, we're going to slip stitch into second chain from the hook. So we're going to go 1, 2, and add a slip stitch. Now slip stitch, we're going to go into this loop like we're doing a single crochet and yarn over, but instead of coming over and yarning over again, we're just going to take that loop and just go right through.
So I realized I messed up here. What the video is showing you is jumping straight into slip stitching. You are going to ignore that. What you're actually going to do is single crochet in the next chain and then slip stitch into the base.
After we get that fin done, we're going to do 10 single crochets. After you're done with those 10 single crochets, we're going to make the second fin, and we're going to chain 3. And we're going to go into this second chain and slip stitch.
Just like the other fin, I messed up here. Do not jump straight into slip stitching. Remember to single crochet in the next chain and then slip stitch into the base.
And we're going to do 4 single crochets. Now we are going to make the tail, and to make the tail we're going to chain 4, 4, and then we're going to do a half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So we're going to go 1, 2. Now a half double crochet, we're going to yarn over like that, go into that second chain, yarn over again. You should have 3 loops on your hook like this. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. And that is how you do a half double crochet. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch or next chain. And then we are going to slip stitch into that last chain right there. Now we are going to slip stitch right into the base where we started the chain. Now we're just going to repeat that to create the other half of the tail. So we're going to chain 4. We're going to do a half double crochet in that second loop, a single crochet in the next one, and then a slip stitch in that last one. And then after you have that tail done, we're just going to single crochet into that last stitch. You're going to move your stitch marker up to that single crochet that we just did. And this is what it should be looking like right now. For round 6, we're going to do our color change. So you are going to take your scissors and cut just a little tail, enough to tie your yarn. Now the easiest way I find to do a color change is when you've got your single crochet, I'm just going to pull that last single crochet halfway out so you still have those 2 loops. And then you're going to grab your yarn. I like to hold it like this so I can easily grab that loop and finish the single crochet with the white yarn. And then with the tail of the white yarn and the tail of the blue yarn, I like to tie it together just to secure it. You only have to tie it twice, but I like to do a little bit more just to secure it. And you can cut these ends off or you can leave it in for just a little bit more stuffing. And then you're going to reinsert your hook. For round 6, we're going to be working into the back loops of all of these chains. In the back loop, if you look at your single crochet, you've got a V. I'm going to go right there into the back loop. And then we're going to just single crochet all the way around. It's kind of difficult around the fin because you can't really tell where the bottom of your fin is, but try to go around your fin. If you have to go back and recount, that's fine. I end up having to quite often with these. But your fin should be coming out, sticking out like this. You should not be single crocheting into your fin. And this is what your whale should be looking like. For round 7, we are going to do a single crochet in the first loop. And then we're going to do 1 decrease all the way around. So decrease is you go into your front loops of this 1 stitch and in the next one. You should have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 front loops. You should have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all of those. That is how you do decrease. So we're going to single crochet and then decrease, going in front loop of 1 stitch and the next, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to do that all the way around. You should have 12 stitches at the end of your round. For round 8, we're going to do a single crochet and decrease all the way around for a total of 8 stitches at the end. At the end of round 8, I'm just going to pull my loop out, and then we're going to add the eyes. I don't have an exact placement where I put them, I just find a spot that I like the best. So between rounds 4 and 5 is where I like to add mine. Play around with your eyes a little bit till you find where you like them. I like mine right here, so that's about 5 stitches apart. And once you get your eyes on where you want them, you're going to take your backs and you're going to come in here and add your back. I like to stick mine out so I can see it when I put mine on, and then you're just going to push it on till you hear it snap. You're going to do it with your other eye. Once you get your eyes on there nice and secure, I'm going to make sure this one is. Once you get your eyes on there, you're going to start stuffing the body. Squish your little whale around a little bit, see if you like how you have it. Mine, I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. And what we're going to do next is we're actually just going to cut this off. We're going to cut a somewhat long tail because we're going to use it to sew this hole closed. You can take your stitch marker out now and pull your loop all the way through. So it's like this. Sometimes after I sew it a little bit, I find a little spot that needs just a little bit more stuffing. Okay. Now we are going to take our tapestry needle and thread the yarn through your needle. We're just going to go in through this next front loop and that front loop. We're just going to sit there and whoops, we're going to sew it closed. Once you've threaded that all the way through, you're just going to pull on your tail until it comes closed. Now I like to come in here and make a, whoops, that's the wrong hole. I like to come into this loop and tie it off so your yarn doesn't come through. Now, some of the fins, you should go back through and sew the fins and tail. There's a little hole, you should sew those closed before you completely finish off. Once you've gone through your little whale and sewn all the holes closed, go through and just tie it off, create a little knot so your yarn doesn't come undone. And once you've tied your knot off, you're just going to stick your yarn right back through the body, and we're going to cut the tail off. And fidget with it for a minute, make sure it's nice and fluffy. And this is how your whale should look. If you want, you can go back through here and create a little smile. I don't think I'm going to on these ones. This pattern usually only takes me about 16 minutes to make. But now you have your whale all finished. I hope you guys liked this tutorial and hit the like button down below and the subscribe button. Thank you.